Oh yeah. There's two more topics. One of them is Laver Cup. Laver Cup is coming up. Obviously, Team Europe is out for blood now. They brought their A game, their A team. Alcaraz, Medvedev, Zverev. It's in Germany. Team World announced 3 of their players. It's going to be, let me see here. It's going to be Tommy Paul, Taylor Fritz, and Alex de Minaur. That's on the roster thus far. What are your thoughts on those additions?
I love the de Minaur addition. He's in good form right now. He's looking very good. He just got a win over Djokovic, I believe it was. Taylor Fritz is, at this moment in time, he's kind of been in a rough patch. But I like Taylor Fritz anywhere when it comes to singles. I think he always has a shot. So I like Taylor Fritz being on the team. And Tommy Paul, to me, is a little bit hard to read on how well he will perform indoor hard court. But he's just an elite athlete. And he's playing some of his best tennis of his life right now. So I love that they added Tommy Paul. And I think that he will be the dark horse of Laver Cup.
Oh, for sure.
I really think he'll be the guy that people have the least reps against. I think he'll be the guy that people don't really know how to analyze and strategize for. I like Tommy Paul being on this team. I really like it.
What are your thoughts on the number 1 American, Ben Shelton, not being named yet? Do you think he has some sort of commitment?
I think he's coming. I think Ben Shelton, it's a must this year, for sure. He's going to be an asset in doubles. And I think that he sells tickets and fills seats as well. He's a hot name. So he will bring attention to the Laver Cup as well. So I don't imagine him not being there unless there's a scheduling conflict.
Do you think maybe Chris Eubanks would be invited just for the doubles? Him and Ben Shelton play together. That's a nice little team.
I'm not a fan of the idea. I like Eubanks. I think Eubanks is not going to be able to bring the star power. I don't think he'll be able to perform in singles. And I think there are other people who are just as good in doubles.
Okay.
So I think that's a slot that could be filled with someone that's maybe going to fill up more seats. I like Eubanks. Yes. I really do. But I don't think this is going to be a place he gets the phone call for, because they really do aim for a balance of star power as well as talent. So I don't see him hitting the threshold in both categories.
Yeah, it's just that Sock and Kyrgios were the doubles team that would always get that point. It was guaranteed.
Yeah.
So again, Eubanks and Shelton do play doubles.
You think that they're guaranteed? Would you compare them to a Sock and Kyrgios?
No. Okay. But the reason why I brought it up is because they do play doubles together. They played a lot of tournaments. So that was the reason. But you're right. There's probably somebody slightly better than that. But But the big news is McEnroe has said that this is his last year doing Laver Cup. He said after this year, he's done. What are your thoughts on that?
Disappointment. Very disappointed. And we were just speaking about this a moment ago. Star power.
Yeah.
You know, having McEnroe standing with a clipboard, yelling out at players, cheering for players, being disappointed in players, getting fired up out there, that brings an allure and it raises ratings and it's entertainment. McEnroe is a master entertainer. Who is going to take his spot that is equally calculated and intelligent in the sport and also entertaining? I don't know.
Well, Andy Roddick on Tennis Channel and most likely on his podcast said he knows exactly who it's going to be, but he's not going to say who it is. Now, there's a rumor. One of the big names is the charismatic enigma, I'd like to call him, 8-time Grand Slam champion, Andre Agassi. And they said he may be the one.
Yeah.
You're talking about star power. He has charisma when he played.
Yeah.
He was when everybody was dressing a certain way, he was dressing another way.
Yeah.
So, is that a good replacement for John McEnroe?
Functionally, he is he's a good coach to bring to Laver Cup. I think he positively will contribute to Team World winning. Do I think he has the star power level of entertainment and charisma out there of a McEnroe? I don't.
Okay.
I think that the young Agassi you're talking about does.
Okay.
I don't think that young Agassi lives anymore. He's not alive anymore.
I see.
This new one is like dad role model, Disney Channel Agassi. Yeah, he's not the same guy to me when I see him out and about doing things. But I do think he's still an extremely intelligent coach. I think he gets the game. I like him. I would like to see like a Leighton Hewitt or something like that out there. Someone to spice things up a little bit. But, as far as someone qualified who's going to make that team win, I do think Agassi's a great pick.
So you're saying once he lost that hair, that wild hair, the bandana,
you said it, not me.
Deal, huh?
You said it, not me. I'm not going to comment.
All right. So speaking of, who would be a good replacement then?
Yeah.
Leighton Hewitt?
I like Leighton Hewitt. I like, this is a hot take. I like Pete. I like Pete out there. I think that he has star power. I think he lacks outward charisma.
Right.
But I like his star power. I like his mentality. I also like that we don't see him anywhere. So this would be an opportunity for people who love him to see him as well, which would bring ratings.
Okay.
Lastly, I had one more player. Oh, I would like to see Andy Roddick.
Okay, I like that.
I would love to see Andy Roddick out there. He's witty, he's smart, he's talented, and he's relevant right now. He's doing his podcast. He's on Tennis Channel pretty actively. I think that it would be really funny if he went, I know exactly who it's going to be. And then it was him.
And it's him?
Yeah, I think that would be hilarious. So I would love to see that if we could do that.
That's definitely a hot take right there.
Yeah.
And he may not have coached anybody, but when it comes to color commentating, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, and I don't know how often you listen to his commentary or podcast, but he does reference that a lot of players call him and ask him things or talk to him about things or pick his brain. So he is an actively engaging person with the tour. So I think his headspace is already there to do this.
Yes, Coco Gauff has asked, Brad Gilbert, who coached Roddick, asked him to coach Coco Gauff on the serve. Pagula did as well. So maybe he is a good coach.
Yeah.
And he would be the one.
Yeah, and I think I even heard word he helped out Osaka a little bit.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's definitely a guy I think tactically could contribute. He understands how to win. He understands the tour. And he's another guy who was on that stat sheet we were just talking about, players who beat the big three several times, and he didn't have a long career.
Right.
So I think that's very interesting.